Why hello there, jungle people and nomads alike. Shams Nelson here from Fantastic Anatomy, and in this episode of Draw D&D, I'm going to be drawing some chibi characters, but they're a little less chibi than I usually do. And I think it works out well because I had a problem posing chibi characters. So I'll draw. I'm gonna randomly generate some guys, but first kind of get an idea of the proportions we're talking about. Now, usually I would do them like 2 heads tall. And a lot of this is, I looked at Derek Loffman's fairly new, or it's out if you want to get the hard copy. You can read it for free. It's called Rune World, I think it is called. Derek Loffman Rune World. But, so his chibi proportions are more similar to this kind of thing, and I think it really works well. So I have learned from the master. Okay. So this is the kind of proportions we're talking about. Versus, in case you're not familiar, let's see, how would I used to do it? Would be something more like this. And I like it because it's really, like, cute. Like, I still like this proportion. But, like, let's say you give him a sword. I guess it's okay like this. But think about them manipulating the sword, like, over their head. Like, how would this character lift the sword over his head to strike down from above? It's tricky. It's tricky to draw these kind of different poses. Let's give him a shield. Okay, cool. So let's generate some characters, and I'm still working on the proportions here. So this is still in its rough, what's it called? Stylizing stage. I don't know if that's a thing. All right, so let's make a new layer and just hide this real quick. All right, cool. So I got some dice here, and I'm going to be making the characters, instead of their race, I'm using the race, or like from D&D, I'm going to use races from this World of Chibu RPG that I'm starting to develop. So hold on, I'll talk about it. So 5, 1, 2, 3. Oh, dwarves, okay. So this is going to be a dwarf, and I'll still use classes from Dungeons & Dragons, because I don't know, the class system I'm developing is more fluid. Dwarf Barbarian. Okay, cool. So this is a little annoying because I think I'll make this thicker. I think I'm gonna be more loose. Let me start off a little more loose and not make it so like I always have them in the same pose. Let's try messing around a little bit. So a dwarf barbarian. So this is gonna be a little more like what I'm familiar with, because the dwarf has closer proportions to the like smaller chibi characters, but it's still not exactly the same. So here, let's give him. I want to give him bigger feet because he's a dwarf. I feel like that, and thicker limbs. Maybe a little. It'll make him seem stouter. And then he's holding. So he's a barbarian, dwarf. I can give him an axe, but you know what? I'm seeing a falchion here. That could be kind of sick. Kind of like a falchion-like blade. Alright, and then this foot. I like using this kind of foot drawing method. Just draw this thing, and then the rest of the foot kind of seems to come together. I think this arm should be more tucked in. Alright, he's looking this way. Maybe he's looking down a little bit because he's like, his head's looking down. His eyes. And then dwarves tend to have big noses. I think that's a feature. Ugh. I don't know if it's a new operating system or what, but my Wacom tablet's been giving me a little more difficulty than I'm used to. Alright. Alright. So let's give him a bigger nose and a beard, of course. That's a must. I shall not give this dwarf a shameful We shall not shame this dwarf to make him beardless. I don't know what kind of hair dwarves might wear. But what I'm comfortable doing, and what seems like it could look cool here, is a bun. But since he's a barbarian, let's give him some, and let's give him some so they're moving around, because this is an action pose. Alright, and then how can we make him a little more barbarian? A tattoo, I mean, I don't want to get too stereotypical. Scar, I'm trying to think of something that would be a little less, like furs. Here, let's give him like a fur thing here. Yeah, that's good enough. And then some furs here. That's cool. I'm digging this, dude. So should I go into inking him now, or should I do another sketch? Let's do some inking. I think that'll be fun, actually. Just gonna go with what sounds funnest. This might be a long one. I don't know. We'll see. Alright, so let me turn off the opacity thingy. So now it's just oh, and the flow. Turn the flow to 100%. Get a darker color since he's a barbarian, and then kind of want it to be a more earthy color. Whatever, I can change it at the end. I'll do it in this color. Huh, why is it still coming out light? Oh, oops, because I'm on the wrong layer. Okay, here we go. So let's start with his fierce eyes. I'm going to do this kind of loose. That sounds fun. I'm going to have my own soundtrack. Now, usually I don't give them a pupil, but maybe that'll make them look crazier. I usually just make the whole eye one color. I don't know why I like doing it like that. Hold on, let me go back. Alright, I'll tell you what. I'm going to save you guys the painstaking detail, and since now I can actually do edits on this crazy computer without like spending half my life, I'm going to flash mode. Alright, cool. I think we got our first World of Chibu. World of Chibu character. Rock on, rock on. What should this guy be called? Darkor. Darkoff. Maybe the dwarves in the World of Chibu fantasy RPG setting will have a slightly Russian influence and feel to their name. That's kind of cool, actually. That makes sense. They're all stoic and stuff. Alright, cool. Let's do another one. I'm excited. This guy came out a lot more, the art style at least came a lot more, what's the word, gritty than I thought it would. And I like that, actually. I think I like that. So let's go and let's do another one. Alright, so let's do the race first. 3. Oh, the Xia dynasty, and I might change that, but it's basically the Asian inspired race. And 11, so let's see, where's the Warlock. Oh, cool, interesting. Okay, so just like an evil, magical, Asian inspired character. So I think I'm gonna have his hands on a scepter or something like that in front. Maybe. Oh, it has like a skull on it. And then, see, I almost fell into my old habit to make the body really small, but I think this is a little too long. Oh yeah, it should be. So this guy's crouching, so this guy's not crouching so much. Should he have like one leg back and maybe be like... that was weird. So I'm liking the silhouette that we got going here, but it doesn't really make sense. Can I have this make sense? I'm not sure. Alright, my wife is out of the shower and getting ready for bed, so I'll take a short commercial break, and then I'll try to figure out... Are you walking down the street and you need some cheese? Come to Dwarven Cheese Tavern. Dwarven Cheese Tavern's got everything you need. We got all that great Dwarven cheese. Yeah! Alright, we're back from our commercial break. Yeah, okay, I almost forgot we were drawing. Alright. Have you had some of that Dwarven cheese, by the way? I've been thinking about ordering it, but it's rather quite expensive. Also, I don't know how I feel about giving dwarves my home address. I don't, they're rough and tumble, fellows. Alright. Back to business. So this is, I kind of like how elegant this guy is. Okay, let's just push the action line. Let's loosen up. Alright, here he's got flowing robe. Let's loosen this up. And then he's got a big collar. Oh yeah, putting a collar on the original size chibi character is impossible. What's it called? Impossible. You guys like the Tenacious D Pick of Destiny movie? It's one of my favorite movies of all time. So to give a more Asian feel, I tilt the eyes a little more like that, and then like an almond shape. And if you use this, you can make the eyes very big, but it'll still have a kind of Asian. I don't know if flare is the right word. It'll look like that. All right, so this is bad. We do not want his trench coat picking his nose. So why don't I just put the face in front and have this coming out like that? That's kind of cool too. Yeah. All right. Great. So this guy is a warlock. Okay. Now I don't like these big robes when they don't have anything interesting going on. I've noticed whenever I draw them, it's like, I'm never like, that was cool. So I'm gonna try to make this a little more cool. So wait, okay. So so what might his hair look like? I don't want to just do that again. Oh, so in the world of Chibu, there are two kinds of dwarves. They are the mountain. Well, this is alpha. All right, guys. So subject to change. But there is alpha. No alpha. Mountain. Oh yeah, because I just said alpha. Mountain and lost. Mountain dwarves and lost dwarves. And it is said that to meet a dwarf, if you're a human and you come across a dwarf, it is a rare and intriguing occurrence. It's something you don't see every day. It is somewhat similar when a dwarf comes upon a lost dwarf. You see, they live deep in the mountains. They're dwarven tribes that dug so deep they were never heard from again, but they're still down there somewhere. And every once in a while, one of them will surface or whatever. A small tribe will surface, not surface, but like come close enough to the surface to be discovered. Oh yeah, so he's a warlock. So maybe give him some bags under his eyes. I like that. And then the Xia have two. Every race has two, or maybe I'll call them kingdoms or peoples. I like that. Every peoples peoples has two. Oh yeah, so I'm gonna do it in this style, I think. So I shouldn't worry too much about all these details. Has so let's just experiment with this and see what it comes about. I'm just gonna start drawing shapes that I like and let's see if I can make sense of it. It is fantasy after all. So the Xia are either warriors or scholars. So since this is a warlock, I would assume he is of the scholarly variety. So from like stereotypes and truth of traditional Asian cultures is the Xia dynasty is gonna be very kind of like disciplined and industrious. When they set their mind to something, they're very they like can't be deterred easily. They're very ambitious and stuff like and good at whatever they put their mind to, kind of thing. So it'd be cool to have them have like slightly more. This is racing a little too harshly. But anyways, it would be interesting for them to have more. Get some more, get some more. Oh, there. What the? For them to have a little better technology than the other. What do I call them? People. All right. I don't know. Let me see if I can. What do you guys think? No, I don't want it looking straight at the camera. I think that's a little too cheesy. And it's weird how both his hands are there. Maybe like one hand should be here. And doing some like weird hand symbol. That could be cool. Okay, so let's get rid of this arm. Let's see if we can do that easily. Ugh, I should turn the opacity off. I'm so lazy. Alright. There. I did it. That wasn't so hard, was it? That was excruciating! How could you do this to me? You know there are children in Africa who are still running Photoshop CS3. Alright. Alright. I'll be appreciative. Alright, no, but seriously. The world's a messed up place. Makes me sad. Alright. Alright. So how are we gonna... What should this hand be doing? Ooh, a cool hand symbol would be neat. It just looks like he's pointing or doing like a Michael Jackson, like. As you can tell, I'm a big Michael Jackson fan. I know all his little like. When I watch the way you make me feel music video, I know all the parts when he goes ooh and like the ooh ooh. Maybe I'll sing it for you guys. Ugh, I don't know how I'm feeling about this. This guy's just like it's not coming together, but I feel like it's close. I feel like I want to give up on it. Okay, alright. Do that so it's like some kind of plate style, and then there's like a band in the front. Sure, let's go with that. So he's like more armored than you'd expect. I like his face. It's good enough the way it is. Oh, this hand, maybe that's what's kind of throwing it off too. Alright, I'm just kind of mumbling to myself, trying to see if I can spot what's bothering me. And then I feel like we're so close with this. But I need something. I need a little something. This is a weird skull. It's got a big forehead. Alright, whatever. I can just do that when I draw it. And then this hand. Maybe I'll just draw a cool shape and then fit the hand around that. Alright. Is this gonna work? It's kind of cool. It's kind of a hee-hee, but like it's an homage. It's an Easter egg to Michael Jackson. But it's not like, oh come on, that guy's jocking Michael Jackson's move and using them for dark wizardry. It's not like that at all. He's got his little boots curled up. Should I outline this guy too? Yeah, let's do it. It's good practice. Alright. So let's go into flash mode. Alright, cool. So I'm just finishing up this guy. And I think that's going to be it for tonight because... Oh, I forgot to do the nose on this guy. What's his name again? Darkoff. That's alright. Alright, Darkoff. There you go. Sorry about that, buddy. I don't want you to have the least shiny nose in all the kingdoms. I think this could be a little lighter. Or should the other one be darker? Alright, anyways. I think we're cool. So, oh yeah, let's just name this guy and then we'll call it an end. And oh, for these like fast forward sessions, I need some cool medieval music. So if you or someone you know composes such music, then let me know, and because I need to get some on my hard drive that I can use, and that's cool. All right, so what's this guy's name? Fa Shui. But 2 words. So his first name is Shui and his last name is Fa. I should look up what that. It's always interesting to come up with random words like that and then look them up. Because in Japanese, if you know some katakana or hiragana, kirigana, then you can type it out and see in a Japanese. Or even type it out in a dictionary on Denshi Jisho. Anyways, whatever. Hope you enjoyed watching me draw these characters. And that's it. Peace, God bless, and stay fantastic, everyone.